Let's talk Breaking Bad, one of the greatest TV shows of all time. If you haven't watched this, stop this video because there is spoilers in here and go watch it. Please, go watch it. I was damn near forced to watch it by my little tweaker shit. She was sexy, but I ain't even gonna lie. I enjoyed the show way more than I enjoyed the sex. And that's saying something. That's really saying something. And if I would have known that you could become a millionaire from making meth from chemistry, I would have paid attention more in chemistry class though. But maybe not, because at the same time, if I had cancer and I had to sell a drug, my drug of choice would not be meth. It would not. It would probably be weed. Less time and it's better for your health. And meth, no racial, but that's more of a white people thing. If you're asking me, that's more of a white people thing. I've never been around a bunch of niggas and they say, hey, y'all know where to go good with this crown rule, nigga? Some meth, nigga. Never. I've never had that happen hanging around some niggas. But I'm a black man, not a pink man. So let's talk about Walter White. Now, Walter White, was he evil the whole time? Was he always a prideful egomaniac? Or did he slowly bake bad, like a slow chemical reaction, like it said in the show? To be honest, I think every man on earth is capable of being evil if you give them the right amount of power. If you give a man unlimited money, that's why all billionaires are evil. Just ask Epstein and Donald Trump. I don't care if you absolute power corrupts all. But when did we stop rooting for Walter White? Because at the beginning of the show, even though he decided to sell meth, even though he had to kill 2 drug dealers, Crazy 8 and the other guy, even though he rejected some charity money from Gray Matter, we still rooted for him. But when he killed Jane, it was kind of like, oh, I don't know about this one. I like him killing Jane was, well, not doing nothing as she overdosed was really the first time I stopped and said to myself, you know what? Maybe this drug dealer isn't such a good person, because it was unnecessary, if you ask me. You could justify every bad thing that Walt does. But this one, less so. Because I get it. He did this to get Jesse in line, and he thought that she was a bad influence on Jesse. But killing her or letting her die ended up being worse for Jesse's mental health. And let's talk about how Walt pretty much fucked up Jesse's mental health, because this was a toxic relationship.
You can't keep getting away with it!
I don't get how a dude could be so gay for another guy, but yet fuck up his life at every opportunity. Killing his girlfriend or letting her die, semantics. Letting Jane die. That caused 2 planes to crash into each other by butterfly effect, if y'all was watching the show. So Walt was technically responsible for 2 planes of people dying by butterfly effect. And the writing on Breaking Bad is so good. If you paid attention, when he was in a rally meeting at the school, he was like, well, if you really think about it, this is really not that bad, because the planes weren't full of people and they weren't the biggest plane. What the fuck are you talking about, Walt? So he really playing semantics to make himself feel better about what he had done. Yep. Brain power. I used my brain power for a show, but I didn't use it for school. That's tough. But at the same time, Walt, when he decided to poison that kid, I get it. I don't actually, but I actually don't get it, because Scarface, evil as hell. He admitted that he was the bad guy, but he would never harm a kid.
What you think, I a fucking worm like you? I told you, man. I told you, don't fuck with me. I told you, no fucking kids. No, but you wouldn't listen. Well, you stupid fuck. Look at you now.
Walt, even if it was to save his life, he poisoned a child. Poisoning a child is evil, no matter what the justifications are. We can't excuse that. So that is really when I decided, nah, he's went too far. And when he killed Gus, that's really when he started tripping bad. Because if you remember season 5, he had plenty of opportunities to exit the drug game, and he said, nah, I'm in the empire business. Like, motherfucker, don't you know what happened to drug? Don't you know drug dealing is not a long-term career option? They always get caught. He literally fucked himself. If he would, matter of fact, he might have been evil, decided to sell meth in the first place, because his cancer, everything was offered to be paid for, but his pride has been there from the beginning. But when he killed Gustavo Fring, that's when his ego took over. All ego, ultra ego, Vegeta. That's when it happened. Or maybe it's when he decided to name himself Heisenberg. Hank told me that Heisenberg was one of Hitler's guys. What the fuck is that about? I should have known something was evil when he decided to name himself that. And that was at the beginning of the show when I was still rooting for him, but I just didn't know history like that. Why the fuck would you name yourself Heisenberg after one of Hitler's guys? And then at the end of the show, you started working with neo-Nazis. And at first, I thought Heisenberg was a Jewish name. I thought all birds were Jews except for icebergs.
Hey gang, you trying to smoke some of this?
What? When did you start smoking?
When was my son born? Yesterday.
All right, bet.
All right, let me fire up the blue stuff. Put your mouth
Hold
on
on,
this
nigga.
meth.
What meth? What? No. How'd you go? You skip weed, cigarettes, crack, and went straight to
I
meth?
was
How?
watching Breaking Bad, and I was like, maybe I should do some ice.
So
ice
you
cream.
watched Breaking Bad, and the thing you took away was I should smoke
Well,
some
I
meth.
took away selling meth makes you rich.
Man, get your stupid ass on, nigga. So when did Walter become evil? When did he break bad? For me, it was when he poisoned that kid. But there was still some good in him. It was still a little justifiable, even though it was purely unjustifiable, because what the fuck are you poisoning children for? But it was life or death. However, the final season, nigga, you're literally in the drug game for sport. And then we found out that you weren't doing this for your family. I truly believe when he first started, he was doing it for his family. But when he started living, when things started happening, when he managed to get Tuco killed by Hank, when he killed Gustavo Fring, it started getting to him, and then he started doing it for himself. You started moving meth because you liked it, nigga. For a smart guy, he really made some dumb, egotistical decisions. Like killing Mike. I didn't even get to that. Walter White did so much evil shit that, yeah, I'll say that he truly broke bad in season 5. But y'all let me know what y'all think of one of the greatest shows to ever exist. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad, please watch Breaking Bad. But until next time, I'll see you later. Love you. Peace.